is news and entertainment. This relentless.
Bitch on game.
Hey, bitch on game. Hey, relentless.
Hey. All right, welcome to the Cole and Dre podcast. I'm Cole.
And this is Dre. What up, world?
What's up? Now we got a special guest with us today, man.
One of Fifth Ward's finest.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Fifth Ward's finest. Did y'all hear that?
Yes,
Hey, Fifth Ward finest. Baby, what y'all know about that
My bad.
We let you stay in the picture. You still from the north, man.
You in the north,
baby.
Boy, that's tough.
Water here, though, baby.
That's tough. That's tough. I'm going to represent with y'all there. Throw it up.
Hey, you know what? Because this is crazy right here. Now that I think about it, back in the day, man, we used to go to the club. So if y'all ain't from Houston, man, Fifth Ward is like the Brooklyn of Houston.
Yes.
Because like we go to the club, they be talking about it's Brooklyn in the house. We be like, Fifth Ward. And I'm talking about everybody else had to get quiet, whether them niggas want to admit it or not. Yeah. It was so many of us until we just drowned them out.
I give y'all
and it wasn't no disrespect to nobody, but it was just the numbers was so deep.
Because y'all live closer to the club.
Damn.
Y'all live closer.
No shit, we was close to like every club. Chinatown.
We was close to, but not as close as y'all.
Man.
All the clubs, Gucci. Yeah, we was close to all the clubs. It's okay. But first of all, man, Mr. Lawrence Vickers here, man, I'm gonna salute the man up front because he did something that less than 1% of people do. This nigga made it to the NFL.
Facts.
I appreciate that.
Round of applause.
Not just made it to the NFL. He played 7 years in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
And he played fullback at that. So let me tell y'all, man, because we just watched the game last night, the Georgia and Alabama game. Shout out to them Georgia Bulldogs, man. I'm happy for y'all,
go,
man.
Dogs. By time. 41
by
years.
time. But
the
fact
they got him one.
I should have took that one, man.
That was tough for not to.
One, man.
Man, I took Alabama and lost my little money on that. But
it's like betting against Belichick. You can't bet against Saban.
Yeah, it was hard to bet against. I wanted Georgia to win, but I just didn't feel like
felt that if I'd have known, I told my wife this last night, not to cut you out. If I'd have known who wasn't playing, I'd have went on ahead and went with my guts.
Well, you know that's part of gambling, though.
Yeah, it is. That is a part of it. But I'm glad I stayed away. I'm glad I stayed away.
You did good.
I stayed away.
You did good.
I stayed away.
So let's start off with your
introduction, man. You know what I'm saying?
So let's start off. We're gonna start off with your NFL career. We're gonna start off with your college career.
Okay.
We're gonna start off high school, college, NFL. So where you went to high school at?
All right, so I got to break this down for you, the high school.
All right.
I went to Barbara Jordan.
Okay.
Initially, 9th and 10th grade, but I played football for Wheeler when I was at Barbara Jordan.
Okay.
My dad made me play for the hood school because I was going to Booker T.
That's a hood school too, though.
Yeah, but you know, Clarence Former was over there.
You
feel me? I was finna go step on that over there. I was finna go do that. So dad was like, nah, you got to play for the hood. So I'm like, bet. It worked out pretty cool. But then it didn't work out no more. So I had to make a decision. I checked myself out of school. I checked myself out of Barbara Jordan. Checked myself out of Wheeling. And I checked into Forest Brook.
You went to the Brook?
And when I checked into the Brook,
I didn't know that.
Life changed.
This is crazy because I'm telling y'all my age now, so I never forget this, man. Chris Byers went to the Brooks. I don't know if you remember Chris Byers. Quarterback. He was a quarterback. This man that broke damn near every Texas record around. And they interviewed the man and said, what was he going to go to school at? What school? He said, whoever paid me. True story.
In high school or college?
High school, man.
Oh, he's going to college. Say
he said that shit on camera.
He get away with that now.
Pay me?
Yeah, whoever paid him.
Did he make it?
Nah.
He probably ran everybody away.
They had two little receivers, Jonathan Harris and another kid that went to Miami.
Okay.
But I think Jonathan made it to the NFL. I don't know what happened with Chris, man. Shout out to Chris, though. He was a hell of a high school quarterback from the Brooks.
He had a vision, because if he just said that now, he'd have been getting some phone calls.
Man.
Because they definitely breaking them off now.
Man.
They probably been doing it, but you couldn't say it, but you can say it now.
Yeah, you know, that was just for you and them back then. Them the ones that made it, the ones who didn't say nothing, like you said.
Facts.
So I ended up transferring to Forest Brook, man, and that changed my life, bro. That was the first time my dad ended up getting a job. Shit, my dad was living in a Mary Betts. Anybody from Fifth Ward know what Mary Betts is, so we was doing bad at that moment. Shit was bad. So Forest Brook came in and changed our life, man. Gave my dad a job, shit. Gave us an apartment. It was up. I had to
go.
do the rest.
Young man.
I had to do the rest, man. But
Young man.
it made me understand, like, I'm just on some G shit. I mean, just on some hustling, bro. I was getting shoes, maybe something to eat, and these people want me to play football, and everybody got something.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I knew I'm gonna go this way.
Right.
Because it was still trying to figure out, man, we gotta eat.
Right.
That was when I said I'm gonna go this way.
Right.
I was like, if I'm just getting this just from this, and I ain't even just gave it to these people yet, imagine how big that door could be. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
If I'm gonna crash out doing bad, I might as well at least try to crash out good first.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that was what made me.
That's
So
yeah.
what you learned, how old were you then?
I was in the 10th grade.
So you like 16, 15, 16?
I was about 15 years old.
15, 16,
So you learned at an early age the power of adding value to a situation.
But that came from my daddy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pops, man.
Shout out to Pops for
man.
teaching that, man.
Shout out to Pops.
Now, so that kind of leads us to, okay, so you went from the Brook and you went to Colorado.
Yes, sir.
How was that experience in Colorado?
Ooh, that's a culture change.
Coming from Houston to Colorado, this is
what was school?
a different
Denver?
environment.
Denver?
It's in Boulder, Colorado.
It's in Boulder, Colorado.
It's
Okay.
in Boulder.
Okay.
It was like American Pie. So
Wow.
that ain't bad, bro. I
Right.
love American Pie.
Hey,
it was
man.
like American Pie, man.
So I can't. I'm not gonna even let him do this. So let me tell y'all what he just said, because we just talked about on the other one
What you heard?
What you heard.
Uh-huh.
So what I heard from that is, how long you been married?
13 years, January 9th.
Oh, your wife know you, okay? Because your wife in the studio.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
okay,
15. I mean,
So-
but we've been together since high school.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
so we're gonna keep going to the next.
Man, don't do that. Man, look, man. Look, see? I mean,
What did I tell you before the show?
Hey, I'm being honest. Man, look,
Bullshit.
look,
I
man.
told you.
She know me, but I'm not trying to nobody.
He really want to know. Hold on. He
Yes.
want to know what happened in Boulder. That's what he's trying to get.
No. So I don't need to know what happened. Let me tell y'all. The reason I said that, man, because so he went to Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
I went to Seattle, Washington, and Seattle, Washington, and Vancouver County. I had 4 years down there where black women didn't exist, and these white girls was just like, wow, like so. That, not saying that happened with you. I'm just saying like with me. So that's why I was kind of like
Nah, for me it was different. For me it was
Right.
different.
The man with the school had a mission, man. His pops said to go get some
I
money,
still don't get it twisted. Like being from here, it was different, man. It was a culture shock.
I'm
yeah,
sure.
it was one for me
I'm
too.
gonna be honest. It was a culture shock, and it took me a minute to even.
Took some discipline.
Man, it took me a minute to even be able to talk to people. Like I'll talk to my partners, my teammates, or either I'll shoot to Denver, but around campus, nobody would understand me because we was fresh from the H. I'm talking about, man, what's going down, baby? You know what I'm saying?
Texas
We talking like that, and they have no idea what we saying.
They ain't know what you were talking about?
No, like literally, man, our coach, like it was so bad. It was so bad, man. Me and my partner Brian, that's why this is my dog. We both had to take speech classes to learn how to
went to
pronunciate.
Oh, y'all just took speech class.
No, like we took like speech classes. He made us do it was another form of politically speaking classes because we ended up with the Dr. Pepper Big 12 championship. They interviewed me first. We at home. We playing in the H. This our sophomore year. We still got some Texas on us. They asked my partner, how I feel to be back home? You know what I'm saying? Feel good, boys. Boys coming down. We gonna rig. You know what I'm talking about? And Coach said he feel real. He's very happy to be here. On me, man. We had the big Dr. Pepper championship, man.
You see
That's
what he
funny.
did? So check this out.
That's funny.
So check this out. And I was just telling my wife this, man. I was telling my girl this, like, people don't understand the importance of speaking, of being able to speak.
Yes.
And the difference between, I told my son this, man. I said, Kawhi Leonard is one of the best players in the NBA. I say, but because he doesn't have that charismatic personality and he can't speak the same, those two things cost him $10 to $20 million a year.
Oh,
I can see that.
That's the power of being able to articulate.
Because you got to be marketable. People got to feel connected.
You got to be marketable. So now that you're saying that, now it's funny now that you can look back because just sitting here with you, your speech is totally different.
That was
You know
my
what I mean?
dad. My dad though. My dad, like, that's why he didn't want me to go to school in Texas. LSU was on the board. That's for another conversation. But Dad was like, "Nah, you got to get away." And he actually like kind of made me go to Colorado. He wanted me to get the extreme of what I've been had, which was the extreme of hood. You know what I'm saying? So it made me. I got the best of both. I got all hood, then I got all white and foreign. And in between that too, I was able to decipher what is the real world like. You know what I'm saying?
It changes your perspective.
It changes.
You had some totally newfound information. See, I'm writing a book on this right now.
Man, because the hood mentality, the things they teach you, is really some catch-22 bullshit.
It's some bullshit. It's some total
catch-22 bullshit. And unless you one of them ones that can stand out and, you know what, I'm going to throw these hands on any one of y'all, and if you ain't got that in you, you going to go with the crowd. That's how it was for us when we was growing up. Yeah. You got to either stand alone or you got to go with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So
that's about how it works.
With that being said, that mentality, and then taking that same mentality though, but the same mentality, the same thought process I had over here, I just used it towards this. And it pushed out so much more. Like so much more versus this over here I had maybe a couple 100,000, but penitentiary was definitely over here. Over here is millions and access to everything and family tree and everybody being able to come in this door.
Some real money.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It was bigger than that, bro. It was like us having our name stamped. So it was like, man, I'm finna take this shit.
You goddamn sure did the right thing.
Yeah, man. Right. For real.
That's a hell of a choice, though, to be a kid.
Man.
That's a hell of a choice.
Real shit, man. But he
that's,
said that's also the power of having a father in your life.
That's the power of it, man.
That's the power of
to
that.
my mama for even sending me, bro. Because I know a lot of mamas wouldn't even get their child up even if it was the better them, bro.
Man, shout out
to my mama.
Shout out to my baby mama for allowing my son to stay with me when I came home. Thank you.
Man,
I have never told you publicly thank you, so I'm gonna look in the camera, say thank you for making the right decision.
Yes.
They need that.
Yes.
So
especially at that point in life that you needed that probably was the perfect time. And I mean that's dope.
For real.
So now that you in Colorado and you seeing, because I've had this conversation with other people, like you seeing the structure of different people's family, and it can kind of make you feel I won't say insecure, but it can make you question, as you said, everything that you done learned in the hood. Like, damn, we've been sold all this bullshit all this time. These people really ain't that bad. And we kind of looking at them like they more fucked up because we don't know. We kind of fear it in a sense. We don't know who they are, so we kind of looking at them like they already throw it off anyway.
I'm a social major, bro. I'm a social major. I ain't cutting you off, but I'm a social major.
Okay.
I mean, because of the way I was so... I had to learn how to study it. I wanted to know everybody in the room without even talking because it was hard for me to speak to people. So I had to learn how to know people with just watching them. You feel me? Like, that take a lot. I just watch your tactics. I watch the things you do. I watch how you talk to other people. And I can put you, not putting you in the box, but there are certain things that go with certain people that go where they go. I'm gonna just say
I
it
agree
like
with that.
I mean, at the end of the day, I tell my son all the time, everywhere you go, you take you. So if there continues to be a problem, you are the problem, son.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because your character is going to follow you no matter who you are.
No matter what room
so
you're in.
I don't have to know you in depth, but once I know who you are from a character standpoint, I know who I'm dealing with.
Exactly.
So basically what you were doing at that point was studying everybody's character.
Exactly.
To figure out how do I, based on this person's character, I know I can or can't deal with them. And that's really how you have to look at it all the way around, because some things you have to see before they happen. If you see somebody that makes racist comments or say certain things, in order for me not to have to beat you the fuck up, let me stay away from you. Or in order for me not to get into it, like, seriously.
No, that's but imagine this. Imagine having to deal with that person. That's what I had to learn.
And then
that's
the part we were talking about off camera.
That's where we come from.
Right. But that's just like being where we come from when we was in prison, like having to deal with those same people that you normally wouldn't interact with, deal with. You basically living with these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you have to find that space where you can operate, move.
In one or else they gonna have to go and put me in the one cell, or they gonna have to go and call mama them that I'm gone.
But you were sharp enough to understand that you're not gonna throw everything away on this bullshit. So that's why you were studying, because you saw the bigger picture early on.
Daddy came home from doing the down, fed. Mama sent me right to him.
Shout out to mama again.
So,
Because my baby mama did the same thing. Shout out to your mama again.
I'm giving you this story because maybe it's, I don't
is.
know. Maybe,
it's there. I'm
maybe,
telling you. I did 8.
But
I came home 6 months. She sent him to me.
Man, that time frame with being with him now, mind you, he's still institutionalized. And we all don't, muscle memory is big, bro. I'm pretty sure y'all had some muscle memory that you had to wipe off after a while of being, back home. His muscle memory, his muscle
I'm still
memory,
dusting it off.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm laughing.
I'm still
his muscle
dusting it off.
memory, man, made me militant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It made me own penitentiary time, and I don't even know nothing about it.
Right.
Because everywhere I go, that's
Take
what I
our
get.
stories, and you ain't got to do it.
Right.
Exactly. But I'm saying, like, I don't know this. I don't. You don't know what you're actually living.
Right,
I'm around him. I'm doing what he's doing. I'm watching how he wake up in the morning, hit them ups, get up, woo, woo, woo. We sit up there and we sit and we watch cereal and we eat. This every day. Like, you feel me?
He
been right.
Exactly.
And you don't even know you been.
You don't even know you been.
And he probably didn't know he had you been.
But guess what we at? We're at a halfway house, G. I didn't tell y'all where I was.
Huh?
Oh, mama sent me with him to the halfway house, G.
Mama tough. Mama tough.
Mama tough, and she was trying to get rid of your ass. Get out of here.
There you go. I
see you might go the other way,
yes.
so let me send you over here right now.
Yes.
So you can get some straight into your life.
Let me hurry up and get him up out of here.
You gonna get some straight into your life.
I didn't say I moved here in an apartment. I wasn't in no apartment.
I would love to know what that conversation was like between your mom and pops. And he was like, baby, I'm at the halfway house. What you doing?
No. It was more so that morning I was cutting up. She had a little dude, whatever, and I gave her that words you never call no black woman, I better hit your mama. And that was her last straw.
You called your mama a bitch?
Yes, I did.
Oh, nigga, you was tripping.
All the way.
That's why you're at that halfway house doing the push-ups and shit.
I wasn't even in the first grade yet, bro.
Oh, my God.
You see what I'm saying? And I didn't go to school for a whole year already. You feel me? Like,
damn, bro, I never would have. If somebody would tell me, I'd be like, hell no, not dude.
I wanted my daddy, bro.
Nobody I tell you what, I know this much without even, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I don't think it's a limb. You wasn't handling your pops like that.
Hell no, you're not coming up doing them push-ups like that. That means he was with the shit.
I'm talking about, I don't even know what happened. All I know is I cussed out, pack your shit. And I got in the car and I ended up here.
But I think for us and our people, man, like that authority figure is what young men need.
I needed it.
Like I grew up without that. You know what I'm saying? But fortunate enough for me, I had dudes in the neighborhood that kind of, gave me that father figure, big uncle role. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get the game from a bullshit motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah. Like I learned the principles of the game before I ever got in the game.
Right.
I knew the rules to the game before I ever got in the game.
Right.
Like shout out to Red, man. Like Wayne, Dexter, Will, them type of dudes, man.
Shout out to all y'all, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got to be a blood daddy to be daddy,
fact.
Man,
so I had some of that. I mean, even though I still made some fucked up choices, but I could have went way left than I went. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, my hood is known for something that I'm not known for.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I could have followed those patterns and, not listen to those dudes when they were trying to tell me something that was right. Hey, if you're going to do it, this how this go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You understood.
A lot of dudes jump out there and make their rules as they go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I told niggas, I ain't telling nobody.
Right.
One, because I was loyal to my friends, which I am. Right. I was loyal to the game.
Right.
And the number one rule to the game is shut the fuck up.
You know
what I'm saying? Take your lick.
So that's what you standing on the principles that you've been taught.
So So that's what that was my reasoning. Like, I love my niggas. I never ever. But for me, the rules that I learned as a child from them dudes that told it to me. Hey, if you gonna play this game, youngin, this how this go.
It wasn't about them. It was about you.
Right. And that's what stuff. So I understand you.
Yes.
Being around your pops, being on that militant time, having that mentality. That's a man. Right. A man raising another black man. King
yes,
the king.
King.
Yes, sir.
So in Colorado, before we get to the NFL, what was your overall experience? If you could just wrap it up and, say a few words, what was your overall experience coming from Houston to Colorado and seeing this different environment? What was your overall experience?
It made me say my dad was right. I needed to go there. I'm talking about meet new people, talk to them people. You gonna see them people when you get older. Be nice to them. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you, this is the talk before I'm getting on the plane. And mind you, this is my first time getting on the bird now.
Facts. Pops had a vision though.
My first time getting on the bird is going here. on my recruiting trip, my second time getting on the bird is going to the state. All my other recruiting trips, they drove me because I was scared.
So you know what too on this? Pop's been to the feds, so he understood. One thing the feds do is gonna teach you how to deal with all walks of life.
Yep.
Cause you have to.
You have to.
He's seen
You
it,
have
man.
to. So he had an understanding of that right when he came home. And I don't know if he picked it up there or he already had it. But you definitely gonna get some game out of there because you're gonna meet, I met a dude who paid back a $70 million fine. You know what I mean? He paid $70 million to get 6 years. Shout out to Corey Johnston. What's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? To get 6 years. And I'm like, shit. I'm like, so how much you would have got if you didn't pay that back? He was like 12. I'm like, shit, I would have did that. He said, shit. He said, I'm gonna make that shit in 18 months.
See.
And I had made some money. I had made a few million already. But I couldn't fathom him coming from a line of bankers and some of the game I picked up from him like, whoa.
Yeah.
Shit, okay. And then you remember the old, I don't remember the old school dude who was in the who was doing the EB5 program. I can't think of his name now. God damn. But he paid back $29 million. Old dude, he's like 75, 80 years old on the yard with him. He ain't do nothing but less than a year.
Who that? Mr. Pat. It was a couple dudes that was getting money, man. So I don't know. A couple of them.
I can't. He was defrauding the EB5 program, which is basically the EB5 program is basically a program where you can bring in where foreign investors can come in. They have to put a certain amount of money in, and that allows them. They have to put a certain amount. I think it was a minimum of $500,000.
Was that
now
Pageant?
it's $800,000.
What's his name? Pageant?
Mr. Pageant.
Mr. Pageant. I remember him. Yeah, I know.
Right,
So he was in my unit.
Right, him.
Yeah.
And he was kind of breaking it. Hell, at his age, I understand. I'd have gave up everything. Shit, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
He gave some good games though. He talked about he gave tax breaks, all type of stuff. He had it all.
He gave some. So you learned a lot of good shit in there. So now So now going to college, because let's think about this, because it's been one of my debates for years from the NBA. Should a kid go from high school directly to the league? So obviously it doesn't happen in football. But can you imagine going from high school directly to the NFL without that experience in Colorado?
Not in football.
No, not in football. Body is way different.
Yeah.
But not just body, just your mentality.
But you don't even, the amount of game you get in high school versus to the NFL you miss a whole lifespan of, you know what I'm saying? Like basketball wise, transferring is basketball. Not saying that it's not different because you're still playing a sport, you're still being physical, but the mental aspect of how football is in high school to the NFL, oh man, it's even way crazier in college. Like it's crazy, man.
It's a much faster game, and also it's almost like I tell people, if a guy can make it through college or the NFL, that's equivalent to any damn degree, period. Because there are a lot of moving parts in a football game that goes on.
I mean, it's a lot of experiences.
It's a hell of a chess match.
It's a lot of experiences of being a man on your own versus being in high school, coming home every day. In college, you're pretty much by yourself. Like, that's a whole nother experience, not including the prepreparation that it takes for a college football game versus a high school game. So, your talent gets you a lot of places, but film study, know-how, knowing what's going on, knowing what you see before it happens is what gets you to the next level. If you don't have that, you're not making it.
And then you got to think about it. You moving at 100 miles per hour doing this. They're like, that itself.
Every day. Practice, every day. Everything game speed.
We can sit and think and talk right now and just be cool.
Right.
Now imagine doing this shit running full speed down the hill trying to talk like this.
Right.
It don't work. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I can only imagine.
Man, this way is different, man. And
as I've gotten older, I don't mean to cut you off, man. I don't think the human body was really designed to just go run fast as you can and run into another goddamn person.
It really is, though. It really is.
This somebody that loves football.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, shit. I was watching the game last night. Like, I don't know if your body's supposed to do this.
But
shit.
that's the fifth ward mentality, man. That's what I seen when I was younger. Like,
oh, he mustn't get the fifth ward mentality. He like, I ain't trying to do that.
I ain't have no problem fighting.
100 of us.
I don't got no problem squabbling
up there. And then, everybody knew the front line guys. Everybody knew who was teeing off first. You definitely was going to get spotted. So that same mentality mean I'm going to tee you off first.
You hit me before I hit you?
Yeah. I'm going to hit you before you hit me, man.
Facts.
One thing about it, I ain't going to say just Fifth Ward. Damn near any ghetto. Yeah. You're going to have to get out there.
Yeah,
you're going to because if not, these niggas is cruel. Them niggas going to handle you bad.
Yes.
They gonna run over you. It ain't no mercy. It ain't no well, you know,
getting out,
man, gonna leave him alone because he
No,
weak.
no.
We gonna pray on you because you weak.
Facts.
So your ass better goddamn get strong.
Facts.
You better stand up and go ahead on stud up.
So we still in college and we moving along. Where we at right now, Cole?
So we gonna go to the NFL, man.
Okay.
I mean, so you first get to the NFL. You went to no, you didn't go to Cleveland. Did you go to Cleveland first?
Got drafted to Cleveland.
Okay, you got drafted to Cleveland.
6th round, got drafted.
Okay.
From
So-
Houston to Colorado to Cleveland.
So what's that experience like?
Cold.
You want to know the first thought about when y'all say that? Texas.
Didn't understand taxes.
I never understood why white people be like, I pay my taxes. You know, we used to make fun of people when we was young. I pay my taxes. Making fun of people when they said that shit.
It's time to pay them motherfuckers
Ooh.
for yourself.
Oh, y'all. Hey, man. I think the first check was like $289. When that 150 came back, 160 something. Then what after the child support? I hit the agent like, man, hey, man, who the hell is Uncle Sam? I don't know what that is. What is that?
Facts.
Never ever knew nothing about that in my life. Never ever had a check sent to me in my life. Everything I ever had was
Cash money.
man.
That changed
I
the
wanted
game.
I wanted to quit. I was like, man, hell no. They right this pimping. This nigga, he's pimping, man. He
I believe
pimping,
you. I'm on the
man.
same page with you.
He pimping.
Taxes and child support, that's 50%. That's over 50% right there.
Boy.
And you talking about you an individual, so it's not like you a company. So you got that's 50% of your money gone, just like that.
I'm talking about as soon as I got it. So my whole plans for what I thought I was getting changed. So right then and there, I say, okay, so now whatever they say that check is, I'm looking at it different now.
Facts.
Like, I
got
don't
to.
care what y'all see on TV, man. That man ain't getting that.
Oh, we yeah.
No,
Right.
he ain't, nah, it don't work like
You
that.
ain't factoring in taxes, child support, agent, just
Living out of
training.
town.
Federal and state.
Living out of town.
Oh yeah, you in Cleveland, they got a state tax.
But
Ohio got a state tax, don't
But
you?
his home base was Texas.
Okay.
So I only got, but I still got double tax. I got tax in Cleveland. We practice in Berea, but we play in Cleveland. So I get bam bam, and then wherever we go, where we play at,
Everywhere you go, you get
we
taxed.
get taxed.
Because you
from
get
there.
paid by the game, right?
Don't even like playing in New York, man. Say, man, New York was the reason I retired. We'll get to that.
Oh my God.
God
Oh, my
damn.
God. The NY?
They was on the board trying to chunk me $1.2. Say, man, hold on. $1.2, that's 6. Okay, that's 6. Then you put in the stay out here, I'm probably gonna spend up to about 100 bands with everybody flying out the whole season. Boom, boom, boom. So now I'm down to 5. Okay, 80% of that is probably 3%. So that's probably gonna be 100-something thousand. Boom. So now I'm down to
You
about
say you down
300
about
something.
4 something.
I'm really down to about 3 something. Then you
Okay.
gotta think about the fuck off fund and then buying baby a couple of
Gotta have a
gifts.
fuck off.
Gotta
fund.
have
Got
fuck
to.
off fund. The
I
fuck
ain't
off
doing all
fund is
this work.
important.
Man, if you don't have a fuck off fund, you doing all the work. What the fuck is you working for?
I agree.
Gotta have a fuck off fund.
Got
fuck
to.
off fund is important.
That's a part of being great.
Right, facts.
That's the
That's
reward.
the payoff. That's
the-
the payoff. I agree.
and for that number to be whatever it is for how you need to get in your vibe.
But how you
You know what I'm saying?
And you in New York,
I
so the
don't-
fuck off fund is a little different in New York
Didn't make
than
no
it
sense.
is in H-Town.
Didn't make no sense. So,
so
hey,
you retired.
Or definitely in Cleveland.
now retirement. Think about this. I retire. I'm banged up. I go out. I still might get this other 1.2 that they owe me because they owe me. So still might get that or they gonna give me half. I got half of that. Then I had 2 lawsuits I put on their ass because they let me go while I was still injured, which they knew. Fact. Now I come home with 25 racks for the rest of my life if I do disability with all my shit hitting it every 5 years, 500,000 hitting it every 5 years. So I could look at that number and be like, 25.
Make a little sense.
One fake ass 1.2. 25,000. Fake ass 1.2. 25,000. Hold on. This is how it went in the room with my wife. 25,000. Fake 1.2.
It's over with.
That quality.
It's over with.
It's over.
That's a hell of a breakdown.
I found the way. The whole object of it was to find a way
Right.
to get funds forever.
We talked about this in the club one night. When we
I
started,
told you that,
you told me
bro.
the exact same story in the club one day.
Facts.
He was like, bro, I'm good.
Happened
now.
just like that. When I fired that blunt up, she said, "You ain't going back." I said, "I'm done."
So
Done,
Dre,
done.
you know what my saying is, right?
Go ahead.
I'm a fan of good work. Goddamn, work clean, nigga, work clean.
Real,
Hey, I'm a fan of good work. That's good
Got
work.
away like a heist, man.
It was hard
So
though.
okay, so in that decision making process, how you weighed the 1.2 versus 25
My
months?
body.
Your body, okay,
My body.
okay,
And
okay.
Your
then
body
because
taking a beat.
I didn't end up checking out clearing at the end of the season because I was still banged up. I ended up having 9 herniated disc in my neck and back, y'all. And then my L4 and my L5 exploded actually on me while I was driving, bro. Like driving. I wasn't walking for 5 months. You know what I'm saying? So we're not walking for 5 months and then putting that burden on my wife and then realizing that, man, I gotta ask people to do shit for me. I can't even get up and get the remote. Man, fuck everybody. They got me fucked up. I ain't going out like this. Because I start feeling, I was like, no,
I swear to God, I feel
no,
that.
man. I did too much to end like this.
Facts.
Can't. I just got on my hand and knee. I say, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do it. Say, I didn't get the pick to have surgery. I had to have emergency surgery because, like I said, my L4 and L5 exploded. Once that happened, I say, bet.
Say that again. Your what? What
My
exploded?
L4 and L5, my lumbar, my lower lumbar, L4 and L5 is in your back, your lower back.
Okay.
Both of them explode. It's like 2 pieces. This is how your disc is in your back, like this. You see these discs? This right here, your disc, that stick that go to your spine. I had a sciatic nerve. My L4 and L5, where I had 9 of them was sticking in, but the L4 and L5 was going in so much it was touching on my spine, which gave me a sciatic nerve. Sciatic nerve is when your whole legs start decaying on the left side, and my feet was locked like this. So I would try to walk and it would just burn. Like my ass cheek was just like at a clench every day, all day.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. It was
Train
bad.
wrecks your whole
It
life.
was bad. And shit, look, I had that surgery. I said, hey, you coming back? He said, you be back in 3 months. Man, look, I sneezed one time and my whole spine, like on me, man, my whole spine like numb. I say, these people crazy than them motherfuckers.
No way.
Man, you crazy for me to play how I play? Say, all right, bet. Okay, y'all want to play like that? Put that
And
hat
they don't
on.
give a damn about
I'm finna put that hat on like how Daddy taught me. Go on, get in his books and get the okay. I got 10. I had 10 days, bro. On me, I had 10 days to send them a note saying that I'm about to be disabled, or else I wouldn't have got nothing. And we did it on the last day. Am I lying,
So you
baby?
had to send hold on. You had to send a letter to the NFL and say you're about to be disabled.
Because when I retired, I just thought I retired. Nobody told me nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But just so happened, one of my homies was like, man, they got all these programs, and you can sign for agreements against the Cowboys, because the Cowboys, like I said, they let me go. I was injured. They couldn't do
Because
that.
you was in.
I was still on the
Cowboys this
contract.
time.
I was still on the contract.
Okay.
But they tried to let me go while I was injured.
Oh, okay,
and they
okay.
can't do that. See, that's how I hit
okay.
them for the 1.2. So I ain't even have to go to New York. They was banking on me going to New York and them not having to pay me.
Right. Right.
So,
and
I had 1 day, bro, 1 day to get all my disability stuff from doctors and send it into the NFL. I hit every doctor in A-Town.
Work.
That's unfortunate, though,
So,
man. That's really an unfortunate story, though. Cause
And then they don't tell you got 10 days.
That's regular.
But
because the team don't give a fuck about
it's
you.
a
You're a product to them.
catch-22, bro. Even the NFL is this what taught me. Get around them old heads gonna tell you, man, this shit cool for a little while, but after about that 4th year when you been getting money, you gonna see. And I never understood what they meant. I never understood. I was like, man, you getting money, man, we having this shit. I'm young.
right.
That shit was like a meat market, man. That shit was some you building me up to make me think this so you can fuck over me when y'all go in the room smoke a cigar. You feel me? Because after 4 years, they don't tell you that you vested, which is a good thing, right?
Right.
But then that means that they can't pay you no less than $1 million when you vested. Right. So it make it bad, because what if they ain't got $1 million? Because the salary cap don't allow them to have that much. But they want you. They got to let you go.
Right. Ah, okay.
That's the catch-22 to that shit.
Okay. Now it makes sense when you see veterans get clipped like that, because I got
because you can't pay him no $300,000-$400,000. You can't give him that shit you would give a young boy, because he a veteran.
Right.
So his salary gonna be based off of what the other veterans is at that position.
Right. Okay.
You get paid off the veteran salary. Go from the top 10 people in that position. They base it off there. That's the pay scale. You feel me? But then for our veterans, you got one which was at $1 million probably when I was in my second, third year. So it's probably about $2 million now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Veteran minimum.
So the NFL business is just really an NFL business.
Catch-22, bro. It's a
business.
catch-22.
Definitely a business.
But
Big business.
the thing is about it, that's why I always say, man, understand what that paperwork say. Read that shit. This shit is not for long. Get your paperwork right. Because at the end of the day, bro, when you done, like, you got all type of shit out here for you. Man, do y'all know we get, what was the shit when you get fired and you go,
unemployment?
Unemployment is what a doctor make. Boys don't know this.
So hold on. NFL unemployment? I guess it makes sense. Damn, I should play football.
But it's the process to you having your shit right and you sending it in within a timely fashion.
Right.
That's where they get you at.
And a lot of cats miss that mark and it's over with. Ain't no coming back once you miss that mark.
So I got a question.
That's tough.
So from a team perspective, because it would seem, I can't imagine a cat missing this mark if y'all a team. I would think that if we're a team, you're going to give me this game, my teammates going to give me this game. Or is it the fact they just don't know?
It ain't even about the teammates.
Okay.
Well, it is, but you got to realize it's so much stuff going on, bro, that, man, them years is, you get to work, you there at 6 in the morning, damn, you in meetings at 5, you really ain't trying to hear shit else after that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and they probably bank on that, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got me trapped up in a meeting from 6 in the morning. I'm at this facility from 6 in the morning, damn, to 5 in the afternoon. I really ain't trying to hear shit after that.
Right.
I've been focused for that long.
I got to shoot a slug. Travis, you can't stay here that long.
Man, that's long, bro.
What you mean Travis can't stay there? What you talking about?
That's long, bro.
Travis, you got to go? What are you talking about, Travis?
I'm talking about.
See how hard this man was working, Travis?
Man, that shit for real.
Putting in work. You know what, Travis? I apologize. I take that back. Because you come out on weekends. You come out late nights.
Damn,
you
Travis.
come out in the rain.
Damn, Travis.
You know what I'm saying?
It was cold. The motherfucker, he was outside the other day, Travis. I apologize. I appreciate you, Travis.
Hey, it was cold. He came out Saturday night. We had an event. And broke a camera, but I mean, you know, shit is all good.
Shout out to Trav, man.
Shout out to Big Trav behind the board over there, man. Appreciate it. Trav, we can't do this shit without you, Trav.
At all, man.
We can't do this shit without you,
Hey,
Trav.
man, your fuck up is a perfect mistake, man. There you go,
I ain't
Trav.
never even heard that. I like that. A fuck up is a perfect mistake.
That come from Wayne, man. Weezy. Shout out to Weezy.
God damn, you know what? And I ain't never really been no Weezy fan.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Weezy got a lot of music. I like Weezy.
I like some of his music, but just
fuck with it. Let's move it along, move along. Okay, we're at the NFL now. Okay, NFL days over with. You finally put your papers in and get retired.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next, man? What you got going on now, man?
Man.
How do we transfer all of experiences to now? Because this is
not,
life for you right now.
Cause you gotta realize I said at the house for 5 years, man.
You was just chilling.
I tried to give back the time that was took away from my kids.
Okay.
Like, that was big for me. I had already said that when I retired, I'm about to sit down for 5. Like, I'm going to get this to them because they was right at their middle school, about to get ready to graduate time. So I was like, if I can get 2 out of there within that 5 years, I'll be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said that at home and just became like house dad, man, for a little while. I ain't going to lie. Shit kind of sunk me in.
Was you ready to put him out? He was at home too much? Because you know when you ain't been there, you come on and hold up, get your ass.
You fucking up the whole
You
routine.
the whole
what's been
routine
in place already.
Nah, but she was ready for it, but she wasn't ready for it because, like I said, my muscle memory was still in football.
Right.
So even without playing, my body's still doing shit we'll be doing in football season. You know what I'm saying? Waking up extra early, staying up extra late. Gotta have that Friday go out, gotta do this. Like, I still was in that mind frame, bro.
Facts.
Still in it now, like, still now, even, you know what I'm saying? But after that 5th year, I started realizing them kids didn't give a shit about us. For real. Shout out, they don't give a shit about us.
How many kids you got, man?
We got 5, bro.
Got 5?
They were tired of your ass too.
21, 20, 17, 16, 13, bro.
Well, goddamn, you put in work.
Yeah, you
do
put in
it
real
for
work,
man. You feel
Shout
me?
out to wifey over there, man.
Yeah,
Put
man.
that
Shout
work
out
in.
to wifey over there.
Man.
Good work.
Jesus.
So, man, that shit, but then I'm going to tell you this, but how y'all say it come back around in full circle. So when I was in the league, I always was coming back, fucking with different kids, and I always had my eye on different little dudes, or fucking with them. Just, you know how sometimes you do favors that you know this is a favor for them because you want to see them shine.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't understand that. Well, I totally get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, the more motherfuckers shine, the more motherfuckers be out my pocket. That's how I look at
Hell
it.
yeah.
You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Well, everybody ought to look at it
You
like
know what I'm
that.
saying?
And they don't. That's the sad
They
part.
don't.
though.
They be
That's
wanting
the
to keep
sad
bros.
part.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. There's a lot of dudes that you wrote your partner, so you wonder why they act the way they act. You feel me? Like, nah, man, everybody got full access to being great around me. If that ain't what you want, get the fuck on. You ain't got I don't want you to work up under me or nothing. Say, man, everything I do with you is 50-50. Let's eat. That's how this shit go. But with that being said, I had somebody, I was in one of them transition stages, man. What I'm finna do, that account going down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's time to, you feel me? We finna turn back up.
Right now.
You feel me? We thinking like, man, with kids about to come out the house, we about to be like back free. Like, we ain't got kids.
Right.
Shit, man. God sent the blessing. I prayed for it and end up jumping into the app game, man. And my culture group. My culture group was the first finance app we did, and that's for finances. Like I was telling you, I wanted to learn how to live for free. How you live for free? Because you find multiple sources of income to take care of stuff.
Say the name of the app again. I ain't mean to cut y'all.
My culture group is the first app. It's
My culture group.
My culture group. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
My culture group is the first app. That's the finance app.
Okay.
So you can go on there. It's a free app, and it's all about you typing in where you see yourself in the next 5 years, where you see yourself in the next year, and you type it in. It's gonna calculate it, whatever you need to do, what you need to put over here, and everything. It's like it's free game access for anybody who want to better themselves.
Oh, that's dope.
And that's right on the app.
That's
so
dope.
with that being said, we ended up seeing what market needed something. Somebody needed something. So how could we make other people rich and us get paid at the same time? We're not looking like we trying to jank them, because I didn't want it to be no shit. We do something look like we getting rich off other people's work. Right. So we came up with Pro Cruise. What Pro Cruise is it's an Uber tow truck app. So Pro Cruise is my Uber tow truck app. So instead of you waiting an hour and a half for a tow truck, you download Pro Cruise, type in where you at, what type of car you got. It's gonna show you the driver. It's gonna show you what type of truck he got, and you type in your location. It's a 10 to 20 minute response.
Travis, you didn't have this app. You just had a flat. Travis, you didn't have the app.
It's just
goddamn, get the app.
Hey man,
Come on, Travis.
finished it. We just finished it, man. It was finished December 28th. But we did a 2-week test run, sent it out to all the states, letting everybody play with it and run with it right now. Then sent it out to a couple of more people, see if they want to invest. But the app is done. So if you're coming on now, you got to come on with it now, because we did
looking
all
at your
work.
investor right there, man.
You
He
feel
always
me?
looking for some new shit, man.
You feel me? But
he stay looking for some new
Every
shit.
time we get a guest, I be
Yeah.
thinking about a new business venture. Shit.
But
Facts.
the blessing to this is we have so many tow truck drivers, so many self-employed people now. This allow them to be their own boss with having another job.
Empowering people. That's dope.
Empowering people, so they getting the bulk of the money even with it. We don't have to do nothing but sit back behind the computer and run the app. So the bulk of the money is going to the workers, just like I have it with diesels. If a diesel on the side of the road, we're gonna pick the diesel up. If you get locked out your car, we're gonna do that. If you need gas, we offer the same services as everybody else, triple and everything, but much faster and much easier to process it. And we ain't locking you into no long-term fees or none of that, man.
I love
and
it.
I also wanted to make operators in every state where I had partners to start it off. So every state I got a partner in, I'm gonna try to put him in to make him an operator where he can run that city. That way, whenever we are doing stuff, it's always good to have somebody in the city. So if you just continue to share the wealth with everybody else. That way when we drop down in LA, we drop down Miami, we drop down shit in Cancun somewhere, wherever we at, it's already kind of self-employed offices there because you got people that's running them hubs. So we also have people that you could be the operator side of it. You could be the operator side of it, or you could be the working side of it. Okay. And also with towing diesels, we also have to where we are operators within this same app. Meaning, if we got diesel people out there that got their own diesels and they want to pick up extra work on the side, you can call in the Pro Crews, tap into the app too, and we have work for you with all the people that we're working. I mean, it's a whole gumbo pot over here, man. But it's all about the people who want it for them. It's self-employed. You're gonna do the work. You're gonna get the bulk of the money. All you got to do is tap into this app.
You've been in the lab creating.
Man, it's been 10 months, bro, of me like head down learning new stuff, and this was football for me. So I had to learn all type of new stuff, man. LLCs, all this shit, doing business, EIN numbers, and all this shit that you have to do and doing it correctly, getting the receipts booked. And knowing how to put money into the accounts that work and let it work through there versus how we try to come out our pocket and go, nah, man. Man.
Let me ask you this, because I know we kind of winding down, man. You said something when we were off air, and I want you to touch on it, because you kind of touched on it without touching on it directly. You said, I wish everybody could be rich.
I wish everybody could be rich.
Touch on that.
I wish everybody could be rich so they can see that how much harder it is. Like, being broke is easy. I was broke before. You don't have too much shit to worry about. You depending on somebody else. You can just kind of grab some shit from them. You know what I'm saying? But as far I'm being honest with you.
I'm in agreement with you.
I'm being all the way with you. But if everybody get that money, if they knew how it was to have all that money, the more money you get, the more money you issue out. First of all, that's what they don't understand. But your pie chart don't change. Like, everybody has a pie chart. And what you got to spend your money on, bills, family. Everybody's pie chart is the same. It's like, it is. Now, when you get more money, it just make the percentages in that pie chart go up. But the pie chart don't change. You still gonna spend, that's why you go get a bigger house when you get more money. All you did was make a larger bill. You see what I'm saying? Versus how they tell you. You know what, if you wanna have something, you wanna really have money, find shit to pay for the shit that you know that's gonna be there every day. So what we learned was everything that we do every day is a bill. So we came up with that one number. Whatever that number was for the shit we know we do every single day, every single month, we came up with that. We found something to pay for that. Boom, now that paid for that. So now when you actually get money, you know what you actually have for you versus what you got to pay out. Because if you ain't doing that, you bullshitting already. You ain't crossing your T's and dotting your I's. That's how I know a lot of motherfuckers be fake balling. Because can't nobody be out here balling like that and paying major bills. That shit don't work like that, man. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about million money. Not this $100,000 bullshit you seen there with 1,000 chains and 2-3 cars and at the mile. Say, man, that shit do not work like that when you got real bills, man.
Thank you. And when you say a bigger house, because a lot of people say, well, I don't need a bigger house. And I tell motherfuckers, like, listen, that's rainy day fund. Safety is important.
Right.
So you can't have money and be in the hood like this around average motherfucker. Right. My safety ain't nothing more important than that. And I know
that's number one.
Exactly.
So you have to be in an environment where you feel safe in.
Why would I go get a bunch of money and then go right there to where they can come kill me and take it?
Because they definitely gonna come try.
They gon' try you. You come over there, man, you gonna have to get up out of there because the motherfuckers around every corner. You
right.
feel
it
me?
Don't work like that.
Man, yeah, but
all your neighbors know you were in the league probably.
All of them.
Because my neighbors know, hey, what do you do?
Man, they send the doorbell shit to each other around there. Man, they got all that in these communities, man. Right. The community shit be for real. I thought our
don't mind being a neighbor.
I thought our hood community was real. Say, man, coming to them suburbs, them people don't play, man.
I already know.
Them people do not play.
I already know.
They do not play.
We got
exactly, man.
Our time gets short, but we got to do a part 2 of this.
Oh, exactly.
We're gonna have to bring you back and do a part 2.
I appreciate y'all having me, man.
We appreciate you coming out, man.
Absolutely, man. I know I took up a lot of y'all time, man. I'm sorry.
It's your time, bro.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I love things that are informative, and I love people that I have like minds with that line up because I wish everybody could be rich. I wish when you ask me for $5,000 or $10,000 and you think it's nothing, you don't know 10 other people asking for the same thing.
Yeah.
Let me not
Yeah, because
rant.
boy, don't
But,
do that because
you know,
I'll go with you now.
shit. It's something. You got real bills around this place, man.
Yes.
Shit got to be paid for.
Let's think about it. If you got 5 kids and everybody want $500.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that ain't no lot of money, but just to come out of
Oh,
pocket,
but they
just to
wanted,
give
they
it away.
They wanted a lot though.
Hold
They
on,
don't want
but
it one time.
I'm saying just to give it away, and I don't get nothing.
That's the part I have a problem.
I don't get nothing for it.
Right.
You know, it ain't like I get a bing. 2 days later, you might get 100-something. I don't get none of that. I get it, man.
Hey, we got to do a part 2 because we got the timer on here, man.
Yeah.
So thank you for
Count
coming
down.
out, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to Cole and Dre podcast. I'm Cole.
This is Dre. Like
Man,
and subscribe.
We out.
Peace.
Man, God damn, I love it. You got to come back.
Hey, man, what time it is, man? Hey, relentless. Hey, relentless. Hey, relentless. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Cole, boss straight. 2 mother, watch 'em out. No count.